I'm not saying this to look like we are full of it. No, it's not like that. But I genuinely cannot ask my team to do a job in a different way that they are used to do it, which is as perfect as it can be. They are going to be completely out of place, and it's going to be a mess. So what I say to my customers is, listen, we either do it perfect or we don't do it at all.
Tá legal que os convidamos duas vezes. That's my terrible attempt at Portuguese, but basically, so nice we invited them twice. João and Susy Diaz of Fino Oficio Hardwood Floors in Sintra, Portugal. When I say floor pros around the world, I mean it. This episode of All Things Wood Floor Part 2 with Susy and João Diaz. Now let's get to it. Do you ever have to go do and install someone's living room with some oak from the local Home Depot? Or is everything you do basically very special and planned out, and you save your time for those really beautiful floors? That's basically all you do?
Yeah. No, she does everything.
Everything. Okay.
We don't do that. Basically, we teach our team, and again, I am the one speaking because she's very, very shy. But we teach you guys have a saying in America that I really, really strongly believe. You cannot preach if you don't teach, or something like that. Tell my guys that, listen, you have to do all the work. Okay? You have to, because usually, and this is the problem with social media, okay? You guys only see the good stuff, okay? People only look at the awards and they only look at the special floors, okay? That's not our bread and butter, brother. So our bread and butter is the normal day job, that engineered plank, and there are a lot of tons of material that we have to carry for the job site to make base preps, for instance. So I cannot tell my guys, listen, you are going to carry, like we did last week, 3 tons of self-leveling concrete, okay? And you are going to put that on a 7th floor, going through the elevator and blah, blah, blah. And then me and Susy, we don't do nothing like that. We only do the big... No, we don't do that. We do everything.
Well, I've seen Susy online. She runs probably a Pullman Spider. You use rotary machines. She uses all. Do either of you like one particular part of the job better? Like the Susy, do you like sanding better than finishing, or finishing better than sanding? And do you guys work together at different parts of the job, or do you work at the same time?
We work at the same time, different parts. Her forte, without a doubt, is laying. Okay.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. Please, she's an amazing sander. Okay, she works with a big machine, just like any man I know. Okay, that's not a problem at all. She works with all the machines. She works with the big machine. She works with the Spider. She wires brushes with the Spider. She uses the diamond segments on the Spider. She does absolutely everything.
I love that machine.
She just does it all. Okay, but where she excels is application. It's unparalleled, to be honest. The way she does the measurements, the way she applies, the way she makes the cuts, the way she makes everything. It's just, for me, she's a very complete professional. I believe from the bottom of my heart, she went away, but from the bottom of my heart, that she could fit any team on the set tomorrow without any problem, to be honest.
Yeah, no doubt. The videos show it, the way I've seen her layouts, everything. She knows her stuff.
Yeah, she knows her stuff. She's really...
Ask Susy, is there something that she would prefer to let you guys do? Like, is it like some people are like, I don't want to edge, or I don't want to vacuum. Is there one thing she could do without?
To be honest, is there anything that you don't like to do, or edging, for instance?
No, in the beginning I have done a lot of edges.
Yeah.
It was just both of them.
Once you get good at that, they don't like to take the machine out of your hands.
No, she's really, really cool. I used to say that
we have to do the job, all the parts of the job.
If you ask me, our entire team is very professional, and they are very well.
You can see it in the photos. You have a favorite tool? Is there something that you really love to use?
Oh, the TS55 for sure.
That's a Festool TS55, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you put that, I think it would probably be the only problem that I can imagine Susy having in America. Okay, because she freaking hates to work with a table saw.
Yeah,
she does everything with the TS55. It's unbelievable. But the thing is, she's so used to it. Okay, that it doesn't take her a lot more time to do the same cut. And the thing is, she's doing it in a much more secure way and precise way also. So
safer.
I think it's the only... Yeah, she's used to it. So I think that if you take her the TS55, she will be in trouble.
Susy, my first 8 years, I didn't own a table saw. I had a bandsaw. With a 1/4-inch blade. Yeah. I could rip with it, cut with it, go around plumb. I could do anything. I loved using that thing. And I've done a lot of I call it floor surgery. I go out and do repairs when people damage things. But between the fine tool and the fest tool, it used to be get my saw, try not to damage, cut in, get a hand chisel. Oh my God, these new tools are so great. You can go in, tape off, surgically replace things. It's amazing. I'm with you on that. I think that's fantastic. And there's videos of Susy online with Wood Floor Business that show video and also photos of the work that you do, which is a really high quality too. This isn't just floor laying. You guys got your technical aspects down tight, but the finesse work, and I think your company is well named. The finesse work and the fine work you do is so detailed, but you make it look so easy. That's why I know you can tell you love what you do. You really do.
But the thing is, it really is easy. That's the thing. So when you how can I say this? I usually tell my clients, it doesn't happen a lot because we are well known in the market, and people that contact us, they know what they are going to get with us. But every now and then, very rarely, there is that guy that is going to ask you to just lowball the price because I don't need this to be perfect, or I cannot tell this to my guys.
Well, customers are still challenging, right? On any level, you have got to have challenges always with your customers.
Yeah, always. But the thing is, Stephen, and when I say this, please, I hope people don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this to look like we are full of it. No, it's not like that. But I genuinely cannot ask my team to do a job in a different way that they are used to do it, which is as perfect as it can be. They are going to be completely out of place, and it's going to be a mess. So what I say to my customers is, listen, we either do it perfect or we don't do it at all. So there is no the idea that let's save 1 or 2 days and let's start cutting corners here and cutting corners there. It's going to be a mess. So we just don't do it. And nobody in my team likes to do it. Nobody in my team wants to do it. Okay. And what we gained from giving them this kind of leverage from a very, very early beginning, because another thing that it's important for us, believe it or not, when we hire people, okay, we don't hire people from the trade ever. We hire people that are coming from a totally different background, okay? I don't care what you did before. I don't care what kind of past you have. I have, it's nothing to do with me, okay? I just ask for 2 things: honesty and to be reliable, and that they want to learn the right way, okay? If they come...
Not right or wrong, our way.
Well, our way, yeah. But so I don't want them to have any kind of other training, let's say, or other experience, because it will take me a lot of time to get them on board our way of doing things, which, like Susy is saying, it's not right, it's not the right way or the wrong way, it's our way, okay? And for us, it's very important to get them in that particular place, okay? It's a clean sheet, They know nothing.
It's a clean board. It's a clean slate.
It's a clean board. So we can paint them the way we want. Okay, so and that's important.
Is there? I do a lot of partnerships now. I volunteer. If Spriglin says come down to DC, I'd be happy to go.
Sprig is amazing. Love him.
Oh, it's just that's how we meet all you people. Sprig will say you got to talk to Kent. Kent will say you got to talk to Fino. Fino will say have you talked to Tom Murata? There's people around, and the world is coming together in all this. But I know when I go on some jobs, it might be that particular idea came from Kent, and that was from Sprig. Are there jobs that are more Fino or Susy, or one was a Susy job? Is there, or are they all just our job? Or sometimes do you say, this is Susy's gig on this one, let's follow her lead?
It's a team effort.
Team effort, yeah.
It's always a team effort. There is no. We get a lot, and that I appreciate. We get a lot, especially in our market, because Portugal is very small. So, and it actually already happened with some client of us. That we made a floor, okay, and some friend of that client go to dinner in his new house, and immediately as he walks into the door, and this already happened to us, the client called us to say this. Immediately, as soon as they enter the door, they said to their friends, "Oh, you have a Fino floor, great." And the guy was like, "How do you know?" "Oh, because they did my floor, and I just know this is a Fino floor." And for us, this is very cool, very very cool. So
think about it. You got one name. Everybody's got a name, and there's Fred's floor, is Bob's floor. It's just Fino. You're like Cher. You got just boom, Madonna. One name.
Exactly.
International superstars. You two. You can't even visit. I would think that the number one tool in the bag between the two of you. The number one thing you probably unpack when you wake up every day is just communication. Because you could tell, even looking at parts of articles you've written, that you two are on the same page. You're tenacious, you're organized, right? It seems like you have this great deal of communication. To come this far in just that many years is amazing.
We try. Listen, it's very difficult in our market. We actually shook things up a little bit. So our way of doing things. We invest a lot, an insane amount of money in equipment, okay, throughout these 10 years. And it is for a new company, let's say, to establish themselves on the very small market as Portugal, like Portugal is, relying only on our quality, okay, on the way we do things. But we managed to do so, and we are, of course, now getting out there more and more. And it's when you have a very small market, it's sometimes difficult to introduce new ideas, let's say, okay? And we've managed to do that. We managed to explain that's why the communication is very important. Listen, it's impossible for me to get a job, okay, when I'm priced much higher than everybody else around me, if I don't explain to the customer where the differences are, because they have to be. And this is universal, okay? There is no way in America for a guy that is presenting a price of $2 a square feet to send refinish to be the same quality of the guy that is doing it for $6 a square feet, okay? This is my idea. I can be wrong. Again, this is only...
That works for you. So when you have, like you said, you have people with a clean slate, and I've done that with my... So one or both of you must be doing the teaching and the training to make sure... They must come to you, right? Susy, are you...
Yeah, so...
I would think so, right? So they go to Susy and she can... So you're that person that can explain in detail exactly what needs to be done. It's that communication. Because you got to have teamwork, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
We have this separated. So usually Susy does all the teaching when it comes to laying.
She's the teacher, okay.
Applications, measurements, cuttings, working with the machines. And I do the teaching when it comes to sanding and restoration, okay? And now we also have, of course, because we already have, let's call it, old employees that are completely trained, and they also help us out, the new guys. And we also have team leaders that also help us out in training the new guys. But the thing is, the key factor is, and this is what I think it's super, super difficult when working with a team like us, which is, it is super important for them to wear the shirt, you know. They need to be completely aware that our company only survives because of its reputation and it's the jobs that we actually execute and we actually deliver. So
that's their team uniform.
There is no way, we cannot cut corners. This is the things that I do. As a boss, I am not. Sometimes this bites me in the back, in my backside, but I always tell them, listen, don't worry about the amount of material that you have to use on a particular job. Okay, I don't care if you use 2 sandpaper boxes or 3 sandpaper boxes, or if you have to go to the warehouse and pick up another can of lacquer, whatever. I don't care. Okay, I just want you to deliver a flawless result. This is the only thing I ask of you. Okay, and when they feel this responsibility, okay, from a very, very early stage on their, let's say, careers, they are putting themselves to work the way we want them to work. I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
What goes around comes around. They'll reciprocate back
basically,
to you,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, exactly. So it is a little bit like this.
Hey, Wood Floor Pros, this is Kim Walgren, the longtime editor of Wood Floor Business. On this episode of All Things Wood Floor, we're talking with wood floor pros who are extraordinary. Do you know a wood floor pro you think is extraordinary and deserves to be recognized as the next wood floor business ultimate wood floor guy or gal? They don't have to have won multiple design awards or do the biggest or the highest profile jobs, but they do have to be deserving because of how they put in the work every day on the job site. You can nominate yourself, a loved one, a colleague, or a friend. We will profile them in the magazine, and they win a trip to Lagler's fly-in sand training in Germany. I can tell you from firsthand experience that is an amazing trip. Go to woodfloorbusiness.com to find out how to enter. Be sure to be as complete and convincing as possible with your entry. Now let's get back to Stephen's conversation with the pros from Portugal's Fino Oficio.
How many do you work? How many days a week? Is it just when you're needed, or you get? It seems like you guys get no sleep at all. Do you just work all the time?
No, we have no sleep at all.
You
we
look
are
tired.
always.
You're handsome.
We are tired. We are very tired.
You look great, Susie. You look like you didn't get any sleep last night, Fino.
We are not. We are not on that position. We work every day. Okay, every single day. Normal they work well. Usually we work a little bit more than our guys because we are the bosses, as you know. So we have always a lot of stuff to deal with. But we work every day. We are every day on the job site.
What do you think the key is to your customer satisfaction? Because it's obviously there. You think it's creativity? It seems like to me you got this. It's this creative. There's a lot of hardworking people that do a lot of good things, but boy, the creativity from you two just explodes.
Sometimes yes, but to be honest, Stephen, to be completely blunt about it, it's quality and insurance that
we take care of their houses like it was our house.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
It's quality and commitment. There is a strong commitment that we have where. The only thing I ask for my clients is, and I only ask for 2 things, okay? I can only work with a client that have 100% confidence in me, okay? There is no other way that we can pull this off. And the way this works is, as soon as Fino lands the job, okay? And I tell this to all my customers, okay? As soon as we land the job, their worries are completely over. When it comes to the wood floor in their house, you can go on vacation, my friend. Don't worry about it. That's why I get the big bucks, because I am paid to worry about it. I am paid to deliver you the best outcome possible, okay, without you having to worry about anything else. And what we know for a fact and what we heard from all of them, or the vast majority of them, is that, as you know, the wood flooring is one of the last parts of the house, okay? So when we arrive, and we have to act a little bit like a shrink, okay? When we arrive at the job site, per se, they already had problems with the plumber, with the electrician, with the painters, with the general contractor, with the architect, with the engineer, and blah, blah, blah. We know this. This is normal. We are prepared for this because we work in this market, okay? But they are not. The majority of our clients, they are first-time sailors. It's their first house, you know, or it's their first remodel. So what for us it's not, for instance, it's totally normal for me to hear from a window guy that the production is delayed for, like, I don't know, 1 month, let's say. Sure. It's normal. We are all prepared for that, okay? But for a customer, it can be easily almost the end of the world. And we have to be very, very, very sympathetic with the clients. This is my way of approaching my clients, okay? Especially when they are completely tired of the entire construction process. So I always say that it's very important for us to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. And many times the client is only venting, okay?
Yep. Well, you know,
they are only venting, and you have to be there for them.
We're going to switch gears to how we wrap this all up. I want to give you a couple observations from the one time I spoke with you, and then a little bit recently. One thing I notice about the successful people in our industry, and there's a lot of them, but when you mention, you know, there's yourself or Tom Murata or Matt Garcia or Sprig Lynn or Jessica Peterson or Liz Imlock, whatever, I swear it's a humility. There's this humbleness, this humility that comes across that says, I love what I do, which it eludes confidence. And you know what? I'd like to share it with you. Like you said, they're not afraid of that. They're like, I am really excited. Like, you know, when people feel very competitive in our business, that you have another distributor and they sell and I got to sell up against them. But, you know, when two musicians get in a room, they go, hey, let me show you what I know, and I'll show you what I know. I see so many really great hardwood floor pros get together, and they can't wait to share. That's how confident they are. And I think it's that level of humility. I don't know if it comes from working with wood or if it comes from their soul, but you have that. Susy has that. I think the better people I've met around the world all have that.
I think it's transversal, to be honest. I'm going to tell you. People, I'm not the humblest guy in the world, for sure. But people many times confuse, how can I explain to you this? I don't like false modesties, you know. It's not my deal. It's not the way I roll. It's not the way I live my life. I know, but you know where I feel that I am the most humble guy in the world. I'm going to tell you. There are a lot of people that put us right up there with the big names, and for that I am truly honored and blessed and thankful every day, okay? I know our value. Susy knows our value, okay? But listen, I have absolutely no problem in picking up my phone and calling Tom Morada or Lenny Hall or Sprig. If I'm having doubts, okay, I will ask for help. Always, because I want to learn. I want to be better tomorrow than I am today. And people many times confuse a person that is I am a very, how do you call it in English? Frontward guy, okay? I'm very assertive. I don't go around, you know, and try to make things different than what they are.
You're up front, you don't play games, you're straightforward, you're a straight shooter.
I'm straightforward. So I know my place in the industry. I know that there are a lot of guys much better than me, ridiculously better than me, okay? And I love all of them. And I love to follow their work. And I love to learn with them. And I also know that we are capable of hanging around at the same table as they are. And this is the thing. So It's not about, that guy is so humble or that guy is full of, no, it is what it is. Okay, so, but it is important, and this, I think, this is transversal to all of the best wood floor guys that I have ever met in my life. We have to know when we need help and not be afraid to ask for that help. For the love of, I made a sled. I'm looking at it. I made a freaking sled for the table saw in a phone call conference with Lenny Hall. I just called Lenny, I never did a sled in my entire life. Can you help me out? What is the problem? But if you ask somebody, oh no, Fino asked for help to make a simple thing like a sled. Yeah, Fino did ask for help.
Sure.
Because Fino never did it before. Do you see what I'm getting at?
You know what? I think the answer is, and I tell my kids, whether it's about your friend, your girlfriend, your significant other, your business partner, whoever it is, it's kind of boiled down to a very simple question. Do you have their back? And do they have your back? Guys, exactly. People in this industry, you said it, go read my articles. My phone number's on there. People call me and they go, I can't believe you just picked up the phone. Well, I go, that's why I put my number there. What can I help you with? I got your back. That's what we do. This industry gave a lot back to us. Because of you, I just did that podcast with David Ford to talk about how much we revere this industry. And I mentioned you and I said, that was the first thing Fino said. I want to come to America and meet these people that I appreciate so much because we have so much to give back. And you're right. And I think, I know, you're right. These people have your back. You could pick them up and call them about anything. And don't be afraid to say, hey, I've never used this glue before. I've never used this nailer before. Well, don't be so proud. They're always willing to share.
Always. And to learn. And I'm going to tell you, this is my vision on things. If you are not, I think it's very difficult there is a very, very fine line between knowing your place and being overly humble, okay, and being, for instance, let's grab another example. I don't like to speak names because people might think I forget somebody, but sure. There are so many names out there, especially in the last couple of years, that are doing crazy things. Some of them, like Sprig, have constantly been doing crazy things for I don't know how many years, but a lot of them. But you have Matt Garcia, you have Lenny Hall, you have Josh Hansman, which is also doing amazing works that I love to follow.
Dave Marzalak.
Gerald Fitzgerald, it's also an incredible machine. Phil Valenti in New York, crazy stuff also. Tom Morada. It is what it is.
He's new too.
Yeah.
Boom, right out of the gate.
Exactly. Tom Morada, it is what it is. You have Dave Marzalek with these crazy designs. You have so many guys out there. But the thing is that, let's face it, what do you think when Tom does the floors that he does, or Dave makes those crazy-ass designs, or Eric Kerman with those crazy projects in New York, in those penthouses, those guys know their place. Okay, it's impossible. Let's face it. Let's call the things the way they are. Okay, those guys know that their work is not the normal work you usually see. It's not up to par with all the other ones that are out there. Okay, but what I feel is that, and this is very important for me. What I feel is that anybody can do it. I'm not special, okay? Tom Morad is not special. Dave Marzalek is not special. Lenny Hall is not special. Gerald Fitzgerald is not special. Matt Garcia is not special. Nobody's special, okay? If I can do it with only 10 years, and if Tom Morada can do it with only 10 years also, or something like that, or a little bit more than me, but I think it's not too much more, the other guys can also do it. What I think set us apart is the mindset. It's only this, it's the mindset. And especially is that what I feel when I talk with Matt Garcia, what I felt when I talk with Tommy Nolo also, or with Dave or whoever, they are not doing it for the money. No. This is the thing. I don't feel they are doing it for the money. And I totally can relate to that. And I totally can understand that, because we are also not doing it for the money. You see?
No, you can interview. I'm like 40
again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on my 40th podcast, and you talk to a lot of people. They say, "Well, I have to go to work today, or I have to." Go back and listen. Flooring pros say, "I get to do a floor today. I get to sand today. I get to install it today." They get to do it because they like to do it. And the reward when they're done, because it is hard and it is complicated and it is, but when it comes together, that's the thing. It's just so rewarding. They say, "Wow, I get to do another floor." So people that think like, "Oh boy, you went off and did flooring, weren't you going to go be a doctor or a pilot or something?" Like, listen, I'm living large. This is a very interesting thing that we do, and it's very rewarding. You exude that, and Susy as well. Would you mind if I switch gears into my quick fire questions so I can let you get?
No, go.
Is Susy around? I want her as part of this.
Susy,
Come on, Susy, let's roll.
come on, Susy.
You go, girl. I'm going to ask you just the quick fire questions. You answer as quick as you can, and then we are going to wrap things up because you guys are awesome. But hi, Susy, it's me again.
Hello.
All right, so that we don't get confused, we'll just go in order. It'll be Susy first and Fino second. Okay, Susy, if you were not in flooring, what would you be doing?
I continue with accounting.
I can. Fino, if you didn't get into flooring, what would you have done?
I think I will still also be doing what I did before, okay? But I'm so freaking glad I didn't.
All right. Hey, if they made a movie, like a daytime after-school special about you and your life, so Susy, what actress would play you?
I don't know.
I think Angelina Jolie. She's like just spitting image. Fino, what actor? Who plays you? Who plays you in the movie about you?
Who plays me in a movie about me?
Yes,
probably Christian Bale.
Absolutely. All right, you can only pick one, Susy. If you can only choose one, would you install or would you finish a floor?
Aplicavas ou lixavas?
Oh, I install.
Fino, install or finish? You can only pick one. Struggling with this.
Finish.
Oh, finish. All right.
I love finish.
Do either one of you have, because I'd like to hear you both say it, do either one of you have a favorite floor so far? Is it the same favorite floor or do you have a different favorite floor that you've done?
I know my favorite.
What is it?
By far.
They're calling it in now. Order me a pizza. They have pizza in Portugal?
Everybody's calling me.
No pizza?
Yeah, everybody's calling me. The floor that it's actually my favorite so far. It's a floor that didn't won an award, and I thought it was going to, but then Matt Garcia remembered of doing that crazy floor that I freaking love.
I'll talk to him. I'm not happy.
Yeah, no, I already did in NOLA. No, I'm going to get him for this, but it was a floor that we did very far away from home also.
We've been threatening for 2 years now. He has this treehouse at his place. I've said this on every podcast. And I'm like, let's get everybody into this treehouse and we'll do a podcast in this damn tree. It's really somebody lived in a house and stuck it in some poor tree. I'm surprised Tom Arata hasn't cut it down and made a floor out of it yet.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, Susy, what's your favorite floor that you've done so far?
I don't know. I don't have.
It's fair. Susy, what's your pet peeve? Is there anything that really in flooring that really gets you angry, that bothers you?
That people stare at me and rush me.
I don't blame you. Fino, what's your pet peeve?
Yeah, it's okay. My pet peeve when it comes to flooring, I don't have many, to be honest, but when people say to me, it's so rare, thank God, but when people say to me, I have a guy that can do it much cheaper, I don't like that annoying. So freaking annoying.
Now, you're in Portugal, and everybody knows that Portugal, we all know this, it's a fact on the internet, is the carpet and vinyl capital of the world. There's not a lot of wood going on. Is there any LVP in your house? Oh, you see his eyes? For those of you who didn't see his eyes, it was like There's how flames come out of them. How about this one? Because I made all that crap up. Is carpet? Any carpet in your house?
No, zero. I'm going to help you, my friend. We have wood floor all over the place.
All right, listen. That's the last question I had for you. You've answered them all perfectly. We couldn't have done any better. So and we've talked. We got to do this again sometime because we've talked so much. Maybe, hey, get on the phone, talk to Matt Garcia, and tell him that we are now going to get it in gear. We're flying to that treehouse. We're going to have a big old time.
I would love to get in the treehouse with Matt.
Tell me to get a better air conditioner because Texas is kind of crappy, but he does live in a beautiful part of it. Susy and Fino, thank you a million times. I'm glad we finally got together. I'm going to Portugal. How about that?
Oh, please come.
We're going.
You will love the weather.
There?
You will love the food.
Planes land there still and everything. Okay.
No, planes land.
Planes, trains, automobile.
You are going to love it.
I don't know. We're going to get some sleep, too, because you people, I don't think you ever sleep. I saw he's drinking espresso at lunchtime. You're going to be up all night.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to finish so I can get another one. So.
All right. Let's wrap it up right there. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.
We will talk again.
Bless you.
All right, guys.
Whenever you want.
All right.
Want us back, we'll be here.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of All Things Wood Floor with the Portuguese pros from Fino Oficio. To see their award-winning work and read Suzy's ultimate wood floor gal profile, just go to woodfloorbusiness.com and put Fino Oficio, that's Fino Oficio, into the search bar. And don't forget, while you're on the website, you can sign up for your free subscription to Wood Floor Business and the Wood Floor Business e-news. And if you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to All Things Wood Floor. Thanks for listening.